What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another exciting video about investing in precious metals, gold, silver, bullion, all that good stuff. If you guys are into that, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And also check out my website, myroadtowealthandfreedom.com. I'll throw up a link in the description. Okay, guys, wow, what a roller coaster ride. Gold, after hitting an all-time high last week, tanked like 150 bucks. I'm not really sure what that is on a percentage drop. I don't know, about 7% from the high to around 2080, somewhere around there. So a pretty big drop, pretty big move. Of course, all the talking heads in the gold and silver space have been saying for weeks that Main Street's not on board. Gold is still a vastly under-owned asset and all that. Now they're saying it's the Robin Hood crowd. It's the average Joe trader and hedge funds and stuff. Everybody's getting into gold and silver. So there's been a lot of profit taking. Just checking on Kitco today, which is August 13th, and it's 1950 US, 1949, somewhere around there, up $35.30. Still down about 140 bucks or $130 from its all-time high. Wow, yeah. So, anyway, I just got notification today that my gold maple has shipped. So that's one of these bad boys. Can't wait. I bought it at the day that gold reached its all-time high. So I paid a pretty penny for that maple. But I mean, that said, I think now they're down about 150 bucks or something like that from where I bought that last one. But it's all right. When you dollar cost average your way into precious metals, you're going to buy some high, you're going to buy some low. I got a pretty good price on that Bobcat. Like I said in my last video, I see they got a few more at Silver Gold Bull. So you guys can go over and check that out or check out my website. Use the link. That would help me out a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Anyways, point is, I'm not, I've been buying gold a long time, at a variety of different price points. I think the key thing is, if you're just getting into it, like any investment, take it slow. Try to acquire over time, dollar cost average. You don't really want to jump in all at once with massive purchases. Although I myself have bought like 5 ounces since March, which I've like never done. But what can I say? I have genuine concerns about not just the Canadian or U.S. economy, the global economy. Are we headed for a financial reset? There's all these questions circulating. Nobody really knows how all this is going to play out. It looks like the virus is still spreading down in like actually all around the world. I see Australia's gone into lockdown, and we all know about the southern U.S. They're having a hard time down there. So guys, I just wanted to say, be careful out there. The other thing I want to say was it's different. If I was gambling, buying a GLD or SLV. That would be one thing. But I do feel like when you buy the physical, when you buy one of these or one of these, you're really, that the physical, there is a lot of demand for that, and there are shortages. As we saw, like the U.S. Mint last week came out and said, they won't be able to make both, or maybe not enough of each and stuff. And there's been for a long time, a lot of guys have been saying, a lot of people who know about like the COMEX gold and over in London, the bullion vaults over there, there's just not enough physical to cover demand where to everybody want to actually take physical delivery. So I'm not trying to pretend like I know everything about this stuff. I don't, but I do try to listen to people who do know. And ever since I've been buying gold, maybe it's because I was a coin collector, I've always favored physical over even the miners. Even like the mining stocks, because mining stocks can go down quite a bit. and they don't actually track the metal all that much. Gold was hitting an all-time high, and these miners hadn't hit the high that they had hit back in May. You would think they would hit that high. You think, Newmont would be over $100 today. You got $2,000 gold. They're trading for like $10 or $12 less than their high back in May when gold was only at like 1,800 or 1,750 or so. Yeah, it was 1,750. It hadn't even broke 1,800. So over the years, I've heard a lot of really smart investors say, if you want to own gold and silver, own the metal, not the miners. So that's maybe a bit of food for thought if you're thinking you can just play this just buying the miners. I don't know. It looks to me like they've doubled off their low back in March when it was the end of the world. I've taken some profits. I own shares in Barrick and in Newmont, and I'm just waiting for a better entry point. To be honest, maybe they're going significantly higher, maybe not. I think like we have to view this on balance. We heard the same stuff back in 2008 and 9, and it actually never did materialize. If we do get a huge market crash, these miners are gonna go down quite significantly, as will paper, gold, and silver. People will be selling that to cover their margin calls. I mean, which is fine. It is what it is. But for peace of mind, I personally, and I'm not a financial advisor. Guys, don't take any of this stuff as financial advice. I'm just a guy talking about stocks and precious metals and investing and stuff. I do what's done well for me in the past. I've had gains, I've had losses. I'm not perfect, but yeah, just if you want to get involved in precious metals or investing or stocks, talk to a financial advisor if you know nothing about the stuff. Don't take anything I say as advice. This is just kind of entertainment. I just talk about what I like to talk about on any given day. That said, I've sold some of my gold and my gold stocks, the miners. I own physical because it's the peace of mind factor. There is that like saying, you don't own it unless you actually hold it in your hand. So when it comes to gold and silver, I prefer the actual physical. And I'd have to say right now, even though a lot of people are still saying silver is massively undervalued, I did buy a lot of silver. Not a lot, I shouldn't say that. Maybe 30, 40 ounces. Since this all began, I actually had a ton of silver from my coin collection. So I didn't really feel like I needed to load up on silver because there's always these problems. If I'm going to invest like 3 grand, what would that get me? Like US dollars, what, 200-ounce bars or something like that? Is that something? So that's fine. You have these 100-ounce bars. But where are you going to sell that amount of silver? There's not a lot of places that you can actually dump that much silver on to. Your local coin shop, are they in a position to be buying 1,000 ounces of silver from you? They might have to sit on that, especially now that the price kind of broke out. There's a lot of uncertainty. That to me is huge risk. So I just I don't really know. I don't know if I want to stack 1,000 ounces of silver. I do like silver. It's a beautiful metal. I love these coins. I love that gold silver or silver gold bull 10-ounce bar that I got. I'd like to pick up a few more of those at a reasonable price. Hopefully much lower than what I paid for that. But I mean, that said, is one thing if you want to get rid of one or two 10-ounce bars. But if you got a hoard of silver, I mean, I don't know, man. Like that's hard to get rid of. So my preference is for gold. I could take any of my gold coins, walk into the bank, drop them on the table, and they'll probably give me some sort of price. Maybe I'll shop it around to a couple different local coin shops. But even one of these coins, what's the with the premium? You're looking at around over 2,000 US dollars. Not a lot, like local coin shops. These places are, um, they're just like small businesses. Like they don't have that kind of float to buy 10 of these in a day. That's like 20 grand US at that. So I just think we all got to kind of think things through. If you're buying because you want to flip it in a year or two, if gold goes to 5 grand an ounce, I'm not saying that it will. I have no idea where it will go. But you know, what are you gonna do at that point? Are you gonna take a handful of these and go in? Like where will the buyers be at that point? And that's the thing that you guys got to think about. There's always buyers for $1,000 gold or $500 gold, but I'd be curious back in 2011 when we hit all those all-time highs. You can see same with silver too. They hit their peak and then they like drop like a rock. Nice pun. Um, and the reason that there's just no buyers. So, it's like they fall off a cliff. Um, so you might want to be selling a little bit, especially if there's a shortage of physical gold and silver. Maybe if you've been stacking since the last decade or two, maybe you want to start offloading some of the physical, right? Um, I'm not saying to like sell it all, but I mean, if you're looking to kind of exit or if you're near retirement or something like that, maybe that's something that you want to think about. I'm still acquiring some, but my primary focus when it's precious metals is I'm buying gold. I know silver on a relative basis is still or appears to still be undervalued compared to gold. Um, that's fine. I'm good with that. Central banks don't buy silver. Hedge funds, these big investment places, not a lot of them. Most of them, when they're looking for a hedge, they're buying gold, and that's the end of it. They're buying gold, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I think will serve me best. And storage is pretty straightforward. You could have 20 gold coins. I got a tube here. You can have 20 gold coins in one of these tubes. You know, and that's a lot of value packed in a small place. That's like what 40,000 US dollars or something like that. Um, to have that same amount in silver, 20 silver coins. I mean, what's that? Like $600, you know? Um, if you if you're just starting out, gold can be very expensive. I only buy ounces of gold. Maybe I'll try to buy some frac gold, quarters and I don't think I'd ever buy a 10th ounce. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Um, anyway, that's just sort of my thoughts. I buy the ounce. That's the best bang for my buck. A 10th ounce gold, you're paying like a crazy premium. It's like $2,500 US or something like that per ounce. That's a pretty big premium. So anyway, that's my post for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, throw up some comments in the description, for or against what I'm saying. I don't really doesn't really bother me. It won't hurt my feelings. And check out my website, My Road to Wealth and Freedom. That's it, guys. Thanks.